Hello, Earthlings. Professional Aquarian Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net here with another in my series of videos giving you new ways of thinking about your energy and some tips for managing and protecting it. And in this one, I am talking about how we exchange energy with each other. And I will give you a tool for retrieving your energy and giving someone their energy back. Probably you've had a situation when you've talked to somebody who was in a really bad space. They were down, they were kind of a human Eeyore, they're feeling sorry for themselves. And as you started out feeling fine, and by the end of the conversation, they were all perky and, oh, I feel so much better. And you were the one feeling icky. There was an exchange that happened in that situation. Sometimes people are actual deliberate energy vampires. Sometimes it's an unconscious thing. It's just that they sense your nice, juicy energy and they want it and they come toward it. And sometimes there's no actual vampirism involved. We all exchange energy with each other all the time. I talk a lot about this in my free 1 hour class that you can download, let's say again, for free from my site, Reclaiming Your Energy. I'll give you the link again at the end. But for the quick purposes now, just know that anytime you have a particularly intense interaction with someone else, one little parcel of energy of yours goes into that person, and one parcel of energy of theirs goes into you. There's an exchange. And afterwards, you're each walking around with a bit of the other's energy. This isn't necessarily bad or good. It is simply what happens. And sometimes whatever is exchanged is intense enough that anytime that person then deals with you, they're reacting to the bit of themself that is lodged inside of you. One quick story in that regard. I've got a couple in that talk. I dated someone years ago, started out just idyllic, magical, oh so wonderful. And then, the normal relationship reality started creeping in. And then I met some friends of his who'd known him in high school and college. And someone just blithely mentioned an incident of great embarrassment to him that I didn't know anything about. He dropped out of school with his girlfriend and gone across the country, and she'd gotten pregnant and they'd had an abortion. This was at a time when abortion was not quite legal. And gradually he had to crawl his way back home because he needed his parents' money, and then went back to school. So fine, that wasn't a big deal to me, and I'm not judging what he did. I bring it up to point out that from then on, our relationship was never the same because that piece of information was lodged in me. And every time he dealt with me, that was there. He could no longer escape, which he had been doing, that fact of his past. And we do this with each other all the time. We're not necessarily doing anybody favors by carrying around parts of them. Sometimes we can be disempowering them by carrying their problems because they don't have all of their energy at their disposal to deal with things. And also consider that when there's a breakup, part of what feels so bad to you, part of it, is that you have lost the part of yourself that's lodged in that other person. This can happen even if you aren't having direct one-on-one exchanges with somebody. I want you to think of the amount of emotional reaction, emotional charge that you have had in the last, let's just say, 7, 8 years to a particular situation, particular person. Think of how much of your energy you have invested in thinking about that person, being upset by that person. Consider the possibility that we have all collectively been feeding, fueling him without meaning to. And that we're carrying around a lot of the really icky, uncomfortable, hateful awfulness that so many people have been spewing. You can pick it up online. You can pick it up when you're scrolling through social media. It isn't yours. You picked up the ick of someone that you don't even know. So here is your tool. And it involves imagining a horseshoe magnet. That's a magnet that's shaped like a horseshoe. And you are going to start by pulling the other person's energy out of you. And you can put it in front of a group of people. If you want to put it in front of the House of Representatives right now, try that. The White House, wherever you want to do it. And do this with people that you actually interact with on a regular basis. So you put the imaginary horseshoe magnet in front of you and you're pointing it at your core. And you just set the intention that that magnet is going to pull that person's energy out of you and return it to them. That group of people's energy out of you and return it to them. And you keep it there, you keep it going, keep it going, keep it going until you will actually feel a pop. And you'll go, whoa, man, I feel different. That's really cool. When you hit that point, then drop the magnet and get another one. And this one you're going to put in front of your solar plexus and you're going to point it at your target, the person, the group of people, the situation, whatever. Whatever you have just pulled out of you, you're going to point the magnet at that, and you're going to tell that magnet to pull your energy back into you. And you just do it until you start to feel like, oh, I got myself back. And then you drop the magnet. Try this out with people that you know. This is something it doesn't clear it forever, world without end. It must be done constantly. But, if you have a fight with someone, do this. If you have a nasty conversation, for those people who still talk on the phone, do this. You have a text exchange that sets you off, do this. Imagine the person in front of you and do that. You read a news article about some outrage, use it on that. Use it again and again and again. And what you're doing is you are putting toys back in their proper containers. You're taking your energy and taking it back, and you're giving the other person or the situation or the group of people their energy back. And then you get the use of yours for yourself. I explain more about this, and I have a lot of other ideas and tools in my free talk, Reclaiming Your Energy, which is at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, under the shop tab at the top. It is free. I won't do anything with your email address. You can just get it. It'll be a download. I'll put it also in the description box. I have other videos. This is the fourth in a series. Please look at the other videos if you haven't seen them yet. They're all equally short. They all have the same image for the thumbnail. And this is part of a call to action from a number of women who are very active in what's called the 4 a.m. Club, or the Dreaming Women. We've all been challenged to share tools that we have so people can pick and choose and find other ways to navigate what is going on now. So look for the hashtag We Rise Together or Together We Rise.